Oh, yeah, that's right. It is Madman Mondello coming at you from the Garden Garage here in beautiful Alabama. I hope that you're all doing well. Ha ha! Such a beautiful day out. Yes. It is raining cats and dogs. It's cold and it looks like crap outside. Don't go outside. You won't like it. Alrighty, guys. Bradley West. Bradley wanted. Well, he sent in two Xboxes, okay? Now, one of them's for his friend, all right, that I did a little while back, if you remember, okay, an OG Xbox. We did a normal HD converter cable for it, all right, for 720p. Came out good, 2 terabyte SSD, okay? That one was a TSOP flash, all right? That was great and wonderful. This one is for him. Now, this one here, he wanted a little bit extra on here, okay? So he sent in an Xbox, all right, and he wanted the Xbox HD Plus mod by Make MHZ, okay, good old Dustin over there, and I said no problem, man, we can do it. So he sent me an Xbox. Now, when I pulled the second Xbox out, okay, he told me, he's like, Tony, he's like, it's kind of not in great shape or anything. And I'm like going like. Okay, so I plug it in, it immediately turns on. I'm like going, oh, I know what's happening here. We got trace rot. Something's going on. So anyway, I delved into a little further and took the cover off and basically had a stroke. All right, because the clock cap exploded all over the and it's trace rot, and I'm like going like, I messaged him, I told him, I was like, Bradley, it is not a good idea to put a $150 mod, okay, on an Xbox of this condition, because the only thing you're going to wind up with is all of a sudden the damn thing is going to die on you and you're going to wind up with a mess. All right, so let's X-nay on that one and let me source one for you. And he was like, Tone, do whatever you feel is right. And I'm like, okay. Because I mean, I showed him and he was just like, yeah, I know, man, I know. I'm like, dude, no, we're not doing that. So anyway, I had my supplier send me a few OG Xboxes because I needed them for stock because, you know, I'm building them. And, he sent me this thing, okay? And he told me, he said, Tony, he's like, that thing hardly has any hours on it. I promise you, it hardly has any hours on it. And I was like, yeah, okay. You know, now I hear that all the time and everything, right? Well, you know, I mean, but my supplier is good. He's always done me very, very good. And, I got this thing, and I'll be damned, I pulled it apart. I couldn't believe it. It looked like it was brand new. Okay, I mean, I was so giddy. I showed Bradley. I'm like going like, dude, check this damn thing out. And then I went and removed the clock cap on it. Right now, normally on these a 1.0, the clock cap goes bad. Right. Well, look at this. There is nothing on. It didn't explode. It didn't do anything. It's all intact. So I know this thing was barely ever run. Okay, I was like, yeah, you're getting a good one, man. So anyway, I was real happy about that. And then what we did was, of course, we removed this little ditty right here. Okay, and we replaced that with a pure digital Xbox HD Plus. Okay, by Make MHZ, good old Dustin over there. If you're interested in that, well, he's running Project Stellar now. That's a really cool mod. It's also got a lot to it. And it ain't going to be cheap either, okay? You know, I mean, that thing isn't cheap, so you can imagine what that's going to be, all right? But, hey, you know, I mean, if this is what you like, this is what you want, fine and dandy, all for it. You know, but anyway, we went ahead and we installed that mod on this console here. And then, of course, we used an open Xenium chip, okay, for it. And I wanted to explain to Bradley what, where, how, and who, and also explain to you guys just in case you're interested in Open Xenium and all that crap, okay? So this might be a little bit long video, but, you know, in the end, it's going to give you a lot of information. This thing is set up on Insignia, of course. Now, Bradley supplied the SSD, the 2 terabyte SSD, which this thing now has over 11,000 games on it. It's running emulation, all right? And, of course, the Xbox HDMI Plus mod. And pretty much it's good to go. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. The first thing that we're going to do, all right, is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you Open Xenium on this thing. All right, so how you get to Open Xenium, you just power it on with the eject button. So I'm going to swap over to the Elgato here. All right, and hopefully everything will turn out all right. I'm going to hit the eject button, and we should boot up into Open Xenium. Okay, hopefully, we'll see. And there we are. Okay, so now there is Open Xenium, and as you can see, beautiful display. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. Okay. Now there's a lot of tools on this thing. Okay. Particularly pay attention to launch menu. All right, because launch menu, all right, as you can see, you have banks of bins on there. Now, this is an original M8 Plus bin. Okay. This one here happens to be the M8 Plus M bin, which was a modified bin. Now, these two right here, this one right here, okay, that's the first one I did. And what I did was is I didn't like the way it would reboot because it would go all the way back to the original boot up screen. And I was like, that's too slow. So I went ahead. All right, now that was that bin right there. The thing is running off of this binary right here, which is the firmware. It's running off of this one right here, which is the M8 Plus. It says Alex F.bin. Okay, this is the one that I put on there, and I fixed all that, so then that way then, it's quick to reboot and all that happy nonsense, okay? And that's the reason why we're running that. You can add an item, remove an item, rename an item. You can set default item, okay? Assign a quick boot, okay? All that happy nonsense, which is already done, all right? Now, okay, here's the deal here now. Now I'm going to back out of here, okay? Disk tools. All right, you got a lot of tools on this damn thing. Okay, lock hard drive, drive upgrade, wizard, copy partition, format partition, repair, HDD upgrade, clear cache spaces. This is all on that Open Xenium chip, which is really cool because it does help a lot in case you ever have a firmware failure, something like that or whatever. It does help. All right, now, EEPROM tools, okay? Yes, I backed up your EEPROM, okay, of course, and, as you can see, video, standard NTSC, Xbox version 1.0, blah, 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 blah. All right? Now, settings. You got a ton of settings in this damn thing, okay? You got Xenium settings, which choose skin, choose LEDs, password off, instant boot on. You always set up the instant boot on, so then that way then it boots when you hit the power button right to the firmware and all that. A quick BR timeout, quick region off, quick boot, so on and so forth, all right? Now, okay, network settings, all of your network settings, okay, as you can see. We're using a static IP. Your FTP settings, yes, it has FTP on it, so you can right away use Flash FXP5 or FileZilla or whatever FTP client that you want. It's also got Telnet abilities too. Okay, so you got a Telnet server on there. Web server settings, it's got a web server on there that you can access through the browser. And your Samba settings on there, share pass, work group, all that crap. All right, that's all there. And reset the factory default. So there's a ton of stuff on here. Reboot, recovery, power off. Okay? So that's Open Xenium right there, all right? So we're just going to power off, okay? Now, what we're going to do, all right, is I'm going to go ahead and what we're going to do is we're going to power this puppy on, okay? So let's fire this thing up here, all right? And I got to give it a little bit because it's running its patches and all that other happy nonsense, all right? Now, of course, we're using an 80-wire IDE cable. We use the we used a SATA IDE to SATA adapter, of course. All right. This is running a modified, like I said, a modified BIOS. It's also patched for large drives, so you can put all the way up to the largest drive that you can that it supports, which I do believe is like 16 terabyte or whatever the heck it is, some kind of crazy number there. But so if you want to upgrade the drive, you can. All right, no problems. And as you can see, we're booting up. Here we are, and there we go, and there is our modified boot. Okay, now we're gonna boot up into EmuStation. Now this is the latest version of EmuStation. I do believe it is 1.4.02, which is the latest stable version. Okay, so I'm gonna explain some of that to you as well. But we're gonna go through this puppy. All right, and there we are, and we're at XBMC EmuStation. Okay, now, alrighty, so here we are. Now, Atari, you got over 143 games. Atari 2600, 404 games. Atari 5200, 150 games. Atari 7800, you got 86 games. Lynx, you got 86 games. ColecoVision, you got 189 games. Daphne, okay, that's the launch emulator. It says that it's got 2 games available. That's a lie. There is a bunch of Laserdisc games on there. It's because Daphne is to its own, so it'll just run the actual emulator itself standalone. Okay, so just so you know. Final Burden Legends, you got 3,554 games on there. Intellivision, 111 games. MAME, 1,101 games, okay? Sega, Master System, you got 318 games on there. Mega Drive, you got 421 games. Nintendo 64, you got 212 games. Nintendo, you got 1,662 games. PlayStation, 44 games. 32X Genesis, you got 966 games. Sega CD, you got 166 games. Super Nintendo, you got 1,144 games on there. And Xbox, you got 638 games. Okay? So there is a ton of stuff on here. If you can't find something to play, you really do have a problem. Alright? And in fact, you'll probably wind up sitting here wondering which game to play first. Alright? So anyway. Alright. Just to show you here, we're going to hit Xbox here. Alright? And I just want to show you, that of course all the artwork is in place too. I got all your artwork right. So, and that's on all of the emulators. Okay? And the Xbox section. So as you can see, you got a ton of games on here, and I mean a ton of games. Okay, now as for gameplay, it is absolutely beautiful. One of my favorite ones that I really love, because it really does push the envelope with the graphics and everything here. Okay, would be Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Okay, that was a really like a pretty tough game to design, and what we'll do is we'll hit that. Okay, we'll go ahead, we'll start that up. Let's check this out here. Alright, you'll notice that it will load very, very quickly because it is an SSD drive. Okay, as you can see, soft deck, there you are. Alright, life is good. Okay, and there we are. Okay, and as you can see, beautiful graphics. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. Okay, I mean, you can't, it's really good. Okay, and as you can see, beautiful. It displays perfectly. Okay, so, I mean, really, really excellent graphics on this thing. Alright, so we got no profiles on here. We're just going to press the start button just for haha's sake. Alright, there you are. We can go to Mortal Kombat just to show you some gameplay here. Okay, yeah, select that. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, I want to be him. There you go. Yeah, I'll be freaking Scorpion. What the hell? Okay, so anyway, as you can see, the load time is real quick. Everything is real quick. The graphics are awesome. I mean, beautiful. Beautiful 3D effect with the damn thing. Okay, and as you can see, it plays pretty good. Okay, so there we are, and here I am as friggin' Scorpion ripping through the track here. You bitch, you took my shit. You little mother. There, how do you like that, huh? Huh? You want to fuck with me, huh? I'll show you. Oh, fuck! Okay, I just took a swim. Alright, so anyway, yeah. Okay, look, I can build these friggin' things. I'm deadly with a soldering iron. But when it comes to this crap, man, I'm all friggin' thumbs, man. And then some. In fact, I've got 2 left thumbs and a right index finger and an articulating penis, I guess. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, great. Okay. So anyway, now. Alright. Now, what I was talking about with the reset. Okay, you hold in both triggers. Press the back and start button at the same time. And now what will happen is it will reset itself. It'll exit out of the game, so you don't have to power it off or anything like that. And what will happen is it'll exit out of the game, and it's going to reboot. And instead of going all the way back to the original start boot up, it's just going to go directly back to emulation, as you can see. All right, there you go. And now it's going to go back there. Now, okay. So anyway, as you can see, gameplay is awesome on it. It really is really good. It does a lot. Okay. Now, all right. Now, just to show you here in apps, okay? We're going to go here. We're going to hit back. Back. Oh, well, no, that's screensaver. Okay, we're going to hit start. Now you have your application settings, okay? So now, with the application settings, you click on the applications, all right? And as you can see, there's a bunch of applications on there, okay? Now, one of them here, Insignia Setup, that's on there, okay? And then, of course, your original dashboard, okay, which is right there. Now, I already set up Insignia on it, okay? It's already registered and all that happy nonsense. So, the only thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go to the original dashboard and, once you get your verification code, then all you got to do, and each one of these is unique. It has its own, hard disk drive key. So, you can't, swap. Once you set that code from Insignia, that's it. It's on this Xbox, period. Okay? So now, if you want to set up Insignia, all you got to do is just go to the Xbox original dash right here. Click on that. Alright? And then this will go ahead, and what we'll do is it will bring up the original dashboard, hopefully. There we are. Alright. And there we are. Okay, now you can go ahead and you can go to let's see here. Always make sure when you go into settings, okay, make sure your network settings are set up where the DNS is set up to manual. Okay, we're not worried about IP addresses, PPOE settings, all that crap. What we're worried about is DNS servers. Okay, you're gonna hit A. Now, if you notice, okay, it's on automatic. Well, what we have to do here, configuration, we go ahead, we set it to manual. Leave that all alone. You don't have to do anything else. That's it. Back out. Okay? Now, connect. Okay? And what it's going to do is going to run its little test here. Right? And as you can see, it displays the original dashboard really, really well, too. I mean, it's a really good mod. Like I said, it's a lot of money. But then again, you're getting a lot for, what you're paying for, I mean, so, it's six of one, half a dozen of another. I mean, I'm happy with the plug-in cable. But if you want to go all out and get insane, you can. Okay? See, now we'll connect to Xbox Live. That's good. We're done there. All right? Now, what we're going to do is once we're done there, we're going to back out of here. And then what we do is we let it go ahead. We let the spinny circle from hell go. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to back out of settings. Then we're going to go to Xbox Live. Okay? Now, we're going to go make a new account. It's very easy. Just make your new account. Just make sure you set that DNS to manual. Okay? Welcome to the future of gaming. Okay, got it. Good. Continue. All right. Now, United States. It's going to be your billing region. And remember to follow the instructions on the Insignia website to get this online. You have to follow those instructions exactly. Otherwise, you will not get online. Okay? Just, letting you know. So anyway, this thing, there we are. Good. Okay. And then we're going to have our terms of use. And you're going to see Insignia pop up there. Any second now. Come on. Don't make an idiot out of me. I already make an idiot out of myself. Well, I'm good, believe me. Oh, come on. Server must be slow. Or something's slow. Something's going on. Come on. You can do it. There we are. Okay. So, this is Insignia's terms, as you can see, so we're all good. We accept that. And then pretty much you put in your gamer tag, all right, and then you put in your subscription code and all that crap, and you're good to go, all right? So that's very, very easy, okay? And like I said, that's how you set it up on Insignia. And then once you get that all set up, okay, and you get back out of here, and you back out to the original dashboard, right? Then all you got to do is just hold in both triggers and press the back and start button at the same time, and that will go ahead and that will reload MU Station, okay? Now you just gotta wait for this thing. Oh my god. Oh yes, this brings back lots of memories. Okay, so anyway, we're back out of here. We're back out of here. Back out of there. We're good. Okay, we should get back to the original dashboard now. Yep, and there we are. Okay, so now, both triggers hold in. Hey, back and start button. There it goes. And you will see that the LED, the actual ring around the eject button will turn orange because that's the color when it boots up. That's when you reach MU Station. All right, and we're going to bring it back to MU Station. Okay, so now that's going to load any day now. There we are. Okay, and we're in beautiful 1280 by 720. Life is good. All right, and there we are. Now, another little ditty with this thing. Okay, the HD Plus mod. All right, now I'm going to show you this thing here. Okay, now HD Plus, what you're going to do is you're going to bring this over to options right here. Okay? You're going to go to File Manager. Real easy. Go to C Drive. Okay? Don't delete or do anything crazy. Okay? The only thing I want you to do is I want you to drop down to here and go to Xbox HD. Hit A. You leave all of this crap alone. Don't mess with that. The only one that you're going to hit is default XBE right here. Okay? So we're going to hit that. And now what's going to happen is it's going to launch the Xbox HD mod. Okay? Now, this is going to be the settings for it. There you are. So as you can see, software version, your BIOS patch version, and your firmware version. Everything is up to date. Okay, as you can see. And then, of course, you have your system settings, okay? And then you got your video settings, all kinds of good stuff on there. Advanced settings, bilinear, this is running YCBCR, which is really cool. You upscaling interpolation, you bilinear, truncate, all that advanced interpolation. You got audio, video blanking, audio region switching, advanced interpolation right here. You really want to get crazy and mess with it, you can. Okay, there's a whole bunch of stuff that you can do to this crazy thing. All right, you check for your update now. It's already updated. Don't it'll let you know if there is an update. Okay, your user manual and about and credits. Okay, which there you are. Xbox HD app made by Make MHZ. Good old Dustin over there. By the way, Dustin, my developer, loves the way you code because he watched this thing update with your pages and you just incrementally perfectly did every page, okay, on the right number with a buffer. Yeah, so just want my hats off to you, man. Okay, you're a good programmer. All right, so anyway, just had to say that, okay, My developer noticed it and he was just like, hey, man, he's a good programmer. Look at that. Everything is nice. It's spaced right now. I'm like going like, oh boy. All right. So anyway, we'll back out of here, okay, and we'll exit, okay. And now this is gonna force a hard reboot on this thing, okay, which that's what it does, okay, because you're messing in BIOS now with all this crazy stuff and the firmware and all that crap. So anyway, what's gonna happen is it's gonna reboot, okay. But needless to say, it's a lot of information for you to take in, and I understand that, okay. If you have any questions or concerns about this crazy thing, okay, just message me, okay, and I will be more than happy, okay, to help you out with it, okay. And as you can see, all right, this thing is going to now boot. Like I said, it does a hard reboot now, so of course here we go, and it's got to start off, and it's going to go ahead, and now it's going to go into emulation, all right. It just went through the boot cycle because of the way that program is made. Okay, oh, it might restart itself once again. Not sure. We'll see. Yep, there we go. Okay, good. All right. So now, okay. So anyway, you've got all this. Now, another thing here. Okay, with this thing. Okay, emulation, very, very powerful program. Okay, lots of good stuff on emulation. Rocky put his heart and soul into this damn thing. Okay, and I mean, and he still is. It's amazing the stuff that they're adding to this crazy thing. Okay, so if you go to options here, XBMC. All right. Go to your downloader right here. All right. Now, hit downloader. All right. And now what's going to pop up, okay, is your URL downloader zip. Okay. Now I just updated this dashboard. It just went through the update. That's why it's downloading the URL downloader and resolving the Google Drive link and all that happy nonsense. And it's going to download the updater. Okay. So it looks like my network is getting slow for some reason. I don't know why. It's just resolving. Come on. There we are. Okay, good. Downloaded. All right, life is good. Now we'll extract it, and you will notice that it extracts very quickly because it is an SSD drive. Non-mechanical. Very fast drive. Okay? It's updated. Okay, we're going to hit OK. And now what's going to happen is it's going to go ahead and extracted it, and it's going to run it. And there we are. Now, you have a bunch of applications here, as you can see. Okay, Biotech, Chimp, all this stuff, okay? I mean, everything that you could, I mean, it's crazy. And you just download it, and it'll install it, okay? It will definitely install it. Now, okay, so we'll go here. We're using the D-pad here. Your artwork, you can have all of your artwork downloaded and correct for all of your emulators and even emulators that you might want to install on here besides the ones that I put on here, okay? So, dashboards, okay? You have Avalanche, Evolution X, Microsoft Dashboard, modded Microsoft Dashboard, XBMC for Xbox, XBMC for gamers, Unleash X, user interface. Now, if you notice, XBMC for gamers, well, that's a skin that I'm using on the emulation, okay? XBMC for gamers is a great dashboard. Rocky did it and all, really cool. But emulation just blows it out of the water. I mean, at least that's my opinion, okay? That's my opinion. All right, now, DLC. Yes, you can download a whole ton of DLC, okay? And you, too, can have a bunch of stuff on here, okay? For the games that you have. And as you can see, there is a ton of DLC on here. And I got Brute Force on here, too. So you got title update, DLC, all that kind of good stuff. Crimson Skies, I mean, everything you could want. All right, emulators. Okay, you can download and install the emulator itself right here, okay? ColecoVision, I mean, so on and so forth, okay? So you got a ton of emulators on there, too. Homebrew section, okay? This is stuff where people have written programs and everything and, written games and stuff. Tomb Raider, Open Lara, Wolfenstein 3D, X-Heretic, X Hexen 2 Portal of previous, Xrix 3, V3 X Hexen, Hexen X Hexen 2, so on and so forth, all right? Mods, okay? They're alive. Unofficial skins, that ought to be really good. The FIFA Real gameplay. Metal Wolf Chaos, okay? Richard Burns Rally mod with 1024 by 1024 and also with 512 by 512. Okay, Operation Flashpoint, Elite add-ons, Tung, or Touche, or English translation, whatever the hell. Okay, alright. WWE WrestleMania mod pack, The Punisher Uncensored, yeah, that ought to go over real well. Okay, so on and so forth. Oh, dang it, I backed out of it by accident. Oopsie. Okay, let me go back here. Hang on here. Alright, now, other. Cache formatter, game trainers, screensaver, fan art, artwork, so on and so forth. Themes. Here's what I was talking about with the skins, okay? Now, we're using XBMC for Gamers. You can download any one of these, and you can install it, and it'll work just fine. Then you have your updates, okay? Now, as you can see, all right, we have the correct URL downloader, okay? And then, of course, we are up on version 1.4.002. That's the latest stable version on this thing. He just updated, okay? So anyway, there you are. All right, now that's XBMC, and of course you have your system information right here. CPU temperature, motherboard, fan speeds running only at 20%, screen resolution 60 frames per second, 16.9, system uptime, blah blah blah. Hard disk information, okay? Solid state drive, as you can see. There's your hard drive password, all that happy now. Hard drive key. Storage information, network information, video information, okay, hardware, so on and so forth, okay, there you go. This thing was made in Mexico in 2002 on week 36 on line number 4, okay, so there you have it, all right. So anyway, I know this was a bit long, but, I mean, when you buy something like this and the amount of money that he spent to get this done, I mean, hey, you do it right or don't do it at all right? So anyway, my friend, thank you for your business. I greatly do appreciate it, okay? And we're going to ship this off this afternoon, all right? You'll have it in 2 to 3 business days. You should just be able to plug it in and go, set it up on your, set it up on Insignia. It's ready to go. We already did that. It's all done. So you're all good to go. And like I said, enjoy it. Okay, it really is a cool system. I'm very happy with it. It came out really, really good. You get a 1-year part and labor warranty on it as well. All right, and thank you once again, guys. Listen, I hope that you all have a great day. All right, now I had to get this one out of the way because it was just I had to get it done. I was up to 2 o'clock in the morning last night getting this thing done. All right, why? Because all my shipment of Xboxes are coming in today. Okay, I got 45 of them coming in. Okay, so right on cue. Guess what I'm going to be doing today. Okay, I got a lot of Xboxes to build, and yes, I'm going to build them. Okay, I'm going to try and shoot for like 10. So and once I pick up my drooping soldering iron that's going to need Viagra, I'm going to do 10 more, and then 10 more after that, and 10 more after that. So anyway, listen, you'll have a good one, guys. I'm going to holler at you later. Peace out, guys. Have a good one.